like to stay ahead of the game. I'm really into AI. I believe if you don't use the newest technology, you're going to get left behind. And it's in the name pia.ai, right? So when I was searching, obviously Pia came up. It was relatively newer. And when I started looking into it, I'm like, okay, this has a lot of promise. Right now, we're doing no AI and we're scripting through Automate, which is awful, right? So when I got into Pia and started working with them, I saw so much promise, and it was absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. The onboarding was really easy. I went ahead, took my time. It was, I want to say July of last year, or year before last, sorry, and went through August, no, October. So I went through July through October with the onboarding. I couldn't afford to sit here and put up a programmer. We were a small shop. So I had a guy that did a little bit of programming for me, and I went ahead and set him up with 25 hours a week. He worked closely with the PIA team, and they got us rocking quick. Because I think back then you had like 60 scripts already written out for me that were universal. All we had to do was tie them together with agents. One of the amazing things at that time, which I didn't know about, which blew my mind, was PIA knowing which environment it was in, whether it was cloud, hybrid, or on-prem, and how quick it was. When we started using the system that PIA puts in place, tickets were going down to literally 2 to 10 minutes for stuff that would usually take 20, 30 minutes. And it was like, oh my God, this is quick. And it was just absolutely awesome. As every company has, there's attrition every year. People go in and out. We're very culture based, so we have a little bit less. So we lost 4 technicians last year, and that really hurts us because we need every single person. We don't have somebody sitting around waiting to answer the phone. But when I got to thinking about P and looking at the numbers from the previous year, which weren't just a few months, like October through December, I'm like, there's a lot of possibility here. Maybe I don't have to replace that one tech that just left. So I didn't. I didn't replace him as a level 1. And I'm like, I'm just going to use Pia, see what happens. So I started talking to people. Pia actually held training for me on multiple occasions to teach my people how to use it. And wow, the results were great. I'm like, okay, well, if it does it this good and I don't have to replace one person, what about 2? So another one quit and they went to another person or another company. And I'm like, let's just see what happens. I don't want to put my guys under too much pressure. My guys' billable utilization is usually, it averages out to 87%, just so you know, between 80 and 90%. And with this one, it was like, okay, let's see what happens. And boom, I didn't replace another one. So I'm 2 techs down now. Utilization is staying the same as people use PIA more and more. And to me, that's amazing. PIA had come out with a new thing where they automate tickets. The AI comes and moves them for me and does whatever it needs to do in the background so I don't have to think about it. Boom, awesome. I hired 2 level 0s and to replace my 4 level 1s because PIA was doing so well. So now I get an extra 98 tickets a week from both the level 0s, which is totally awesome because normally they wouldn't be allowed to touch half the stuff that Pia is allowing them to touch. I mean, I don't know how do you express this easier. You pull up a ticket, you click on the Pia pod, it asks you, it says, hey, it looks like you want to create a new email or user, whatever it is. And it just literally asks you questions and you just answer them. And once you answer them, you click OK and you're done. Like literally the whole process is less than 2 minutes. And before I had to go log into 3, 4, 5 different systems, but Pia does it all now. It's super awesome. It doesn't replace my on-site text, but hey, let's hope one day we can, right? So I love AI. I love the scripting engine that's behind this. I had looked at Roost, I believe, before was the name of it. It was spelled kind of weird. But I would have to have a full-time programmer to run that program, and that just doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to cut costs. 2024 was a rough year, didn't have as good as sales. I saved so much money with PIA because I paid PIA, I think it was literally less than a level one for the whole year. And I literally got the work of four engineers, and I'm only paying two zeros. Also, I can have my coordinators, I got two ladies and a gentleman that answer the phones for us. They use PIA as well. They can do password resets. They can do new user requests. They can do a lot of things in PIA that's just super fast. So while they're on the phone with a client for less than 3 minutes, they're saying, yeah, I just reset you. Go ahead, try. I'd like to think that our CSAT, we have over 33,000 CSAT scores, and we maintain a 99.2% CSAT score. And I think PIA helps with that because not only are we quick, but one of the biggest problems with humans is we're inconsistent. And PIA lets us build out new users in order from what needs to be created, how it needs to be created, and when it needs to be created without the human missing a step, which takes time. Well, I'm excited because I don't feel like I'm going to have to hire new people. I feel like I'm going to be able to concentrate on the people I have and uplift them. So all my level zeros will eventually be twos, and I won't have to hire any zeros or any ones anymore because when I have the agent on the endpoint, the agent's going to be able to easily fix whatever problem's there, or at least go through a bunch of troubleshooting tips. And once it cannot fix the issue in a conversation with the person on their desktop, it can easily, let's say example, they're chatting, says my printer doesn't work. It says, hold on a minute. And it says, okay, try now, because literally in the background, it reset the print spooler. Then the person answers yes or no, it worked. Then it tries several more things. At that point, it goes, I'm sorry, I wished I could help you further. Let me get you over to an engineer. And boom, it goes right into my level twos because I no longer need zero or ones. That's what I hope to see. It's never going to be a replacement completely for an engineer. It's going to enhance engineers like it's doing now. I would like to say if you're not using PIA, if you're not using AI, if you're not trying to stay on that edge, you're going to get left behind. You really are. You need to start focusing on the future now because everybody else is going to have it and they're going to offer it before you, and you're just going to go away. You're going to get bought out for cheap and you're just going to disappear, and your employees are going to disappear with you. And I think to do your company and your employees a favor is to start this automation process with PIA, get into the AI, use it fully, train your people, hire them just specifically for these things. And I don't think you can lose.